Okay, this next riff is Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. It's normally played on a bass, but we're running an octave pedal through the amp to try and emulate that bass sound, but it sounds great on a guitar anyway. We're going to start off pretty quickly with this one. It's 5, 3, and then O. We're then going to go O, O, O 3 times. So let's put that together slowly. Then we're on to the second part of the riff, where we're going to do O again. We're going to do it 3 times. We're going to do it quite quick. Get that alternate picking in to keep that speed up. After we've done that 3 times, we're going to throw on a 3, back to 0, and then to 5. And that riff's just going to repeat itself throughout the song up until about the chorus. Okay, next up we've got an acoustic guitar song, so it's a bit different to everything else we've done, but you can play it on an electric guitar, so don't worry about that. It's Tracy Chapman Fast Car. Now this version is very slightly different because the original recorded version, I believe, is finger picked. We want to keep this simple, don't we? So we're keeping it simple and to 1 string, but you'll be able to play along, don't worry. Okay, we're going to start on the 2nd fret of the B string, and we're going to play that and very quickly hammer on to the 3rd fret. Once we hit that 3rd fret, we're going to pull it off. So try it nice and slow. Now if you pick the whole thing, it's not quite as smooth sounding, is it? It sounds a lot nicer when you use the hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now what we're going to do next, we're going to slide up to fret 5 and play that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we've got another slide, up to 10 this time, and then we're going to go 9, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that riff's going to repeat itself. You're going to play that twice, but on the 3rd time, you're going to go. So you've got that nice little fill. Now that feels really simple, but it sounds really great. It's just 10 to 12. And back to 10. Then we've got 9, 10, and back to 9. And finish it off with the standard riff that we've been playing already. That riff is very repetitive in this song, so you'll be able to play a big chunk of the song just using that one simple riff that we've just done. Okay, next up we have Ant Invasion by the band Adam and the Ants. Now this is one I'd wager most of you haven't heard before, but nonetheless it's a great riff, so let's crack on with it. There's a lot of gain in this one, which I've just backed off so you can hear clearly what's going on. We're going to take finger number 1 and we're going to go all the way up to fret 12 on the high E string, and you're just going to pick that once. After you've done that, we're going to take our pinky, and it's best to use your pinky for this one, because it's a big stretch all the way up to fret 19. Now once you've done that, let's slide that pinky back to fret 18. And to finish us off, we're going to play fret 14, but we're going to do a half bend, and we're going to be aiming to hit that G note that's just a half step up. And bring that back down. Okay, let's hear it with some gain. Now the great thing about that riff is it just carries on for a really long time, so it's a great endurance riff. I think it sounds cool, and I hope you enjoy playing it. Okay, I've changed guitars for this next riff because we're actually in a different tuning, but it's just this string you need to worry about. So we're just going to drop this E string down to a D, so that's a whole tone. So just take your tuning peg and turn it until we get a D, okay? So this riff is Psycho by the band Muse. It's got a lot of gain on it, which once again I have backed off so you can hear what's going on. So let's have a look at it. We're going to start by going O, then 3, O. So there's a lot of going back to sort of root notes in this one. Then we're going to go 5-0 and back to 3-0. Then we're going to go 0-3-0 like we've been doing. But this time we're going to play 5, but we're going to bend it half the way twice. Okay. Then we're going to go back to, which you've done already, so you just repeat that. But this time we're going to finish it off differently. We're going to go 0, 4, 0, and then we've got this nice chromatic run. 5, 6, 7. So, okay, then we're into part 2 of the riff where we're going to go 7, 8, 7, so we're going back to that root again, as you can see, except this time it's a 7. Then take your pinky, because this is a big stretch, 11, back to 7, then 8, 7, and then we're going to repeat that again. But this time we're going to finish on 8. Then we're going to slide back to 5, 5, 7, back to 5, this is the root now, 8, back to 5, then 7, then we're going to finish it off by going, playing 3 times, and then 2 3 times. Then we're into the verse, okay? So that's a bit of a long one. If you need to, just go back to the demonstration, have a look at the tab, play along with it nice and slowly. And again, this is one that repeats itself a lot in the song, so you know you'll be able to play a big chunk of the song with it, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, if you've come to the end of this video and you found that those riffs were far too easy for you, I have got a slightly more challenging one. Still only on one string, but it's a lot more complicated. It's AC/DC's Thunderstruck. Now I've backed the gain off just so you can hear clearly what's going on. We're going to break it down, but first things first, there are 3 ways to play this. You can pick every note. You can only pick half the notes. So there's a pull off there, picked, pull off. Or you could do it all legato, all hammer-ons and pull-offs with no picking apart from your first note just to get you going. Okay, up to you how you do it. I like to do it all hammer-ons and pull-offs legato. Angus Young, when I went to watch AC/DC about a year ago, I believe he was picking everything, but it's up to you. Okay, let's look at what's going on in the riff. So first things first, we're playing an open string on the B, and then we're hammering on from nowhere. then we're pulling off, and then we're doing exactly the same thing, hammering on and pulling off, but with the 7th fret. Okay, so you do that, I don't know exactly how many times, but if you have a listen to the record, you'll be able to hear it. Okay, and after you've done that the right amount of times, you're going to just move it up a fret. To 5 and 8. Okay? So just like that. Okay, you're going to repeat that section. So you do it 2 times in total. And then we've got this nice descending pattern, which is a bit more complicated in the song. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to go 0, hammer on to 12, and then pull off to 0. And we're going to do the same but with 10, 9, 10, back to 9, back to 7, then back to 9. So we've got okay. Then we're going to go 4 to 0 and 5 to 0, and we're going to repeat that. Okay, and that's all there is to it. So simple enough concept, but really, really, really tricky part. Okay, so let's hear it with some distortion. So that's our first bit. Then we've got and that repeats itself quite a lot in the song, so you've got a big chunk of that song done. It's a great riff, it's really, really good for showing off with, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you found this video really useful. It's the first one I've tried like this, so the quality might not be the greatest, so I apologise if there's any issues with that. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then give it a like and let me know in the comments below, and give me some ideas for lessons you might want to do. Good luck with the rest of those riffs, and thank you so much for watching.